We got Troopz and Zah in the building, which we are now between me and my exploits and the hot water that Troopz in. This is the Cancel Gang. Team Cancel is in the motherfucking building.
Trust me.
So I had my Tiger drama. What kind of hot water you get into? What happened with you?
Obviously we did the podcast and Tottenham are our rivals, innit? It's like Boston and New York.
I believe in Green Street Hooligans they describe it as the Palestinians and
the Jews.
I think that's West Ham and Millwall.
Yeah.
So this is Arsenal and Tottenham.
Yeah. So it's on the same kind of lines. Yeah. You get me? So obviously them lot have been kind of fucking up, as to say. So me and Zah have been bantering it, and there was this girl that she does YouTube content for Tottenham. She's a Tottenham fan. She does YouTube content, and then like she made a video and she's
legit. She has a big following or no?
Her following's growing.
Yeah, okay.
Like she's doing her thing still.
Okay.
But so she must have done a video, yeah, when like we were absolute shit. And then she was like, "Oh, you man need to talk to Brighton and them man there." And like Brighton and them man are like no disrespect, like the Jets. You get me?
So none taken, brother.
Yeah.
No disrespect taken.
Yeah. No, it's just a lie. It's just facts, blood. So obviously that's kind of wound me up in it. So a couple times I've like sent little shots at her, but nothing like just little banter shots in it. Mm-hmm. Then I sent another banter shot, but it's kind of
this whole time he's measured his words and he's like
it's kind of gone left.
You know what? It got away from him.
Yeah, and
that's our phrase here. Sometimes it just gets away from you. It's just
it just went, bro. And then someone's watched my podcast and then they've clipped the clip of where me and Zah are talking about her.
So grimy.
And then
just take something out of context. Although I don't know if it was
and it's
context,
literally called the account is called Out of Context.
Yeah, okay.
That is the name of the actual account, blood. You get me? And then it's gone out.
And what was the clip out of context?
So we were just chatting, and I was just like, they've been fucking up since she opened her mouth. Maybe someone needs to put something in her mouth. You get me?
What would that something be?
And then I said, I'm single. I put my hands up, like not me. And then Zah.
No, you said you're married.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I'm married basically. Like, and then Zah stepped forward saying, I'm single, and put his hands up.
So
volunteering.
I'd completely forgotten about the part that what's it called? Because you can see it in my eyes on the clip about the
yeah, when he says
part.
He's single, he's kind of like,
single.
oh shit.
And then as soon as it clicks that holy shit, this is what he was talking about. My eyes light up immediately.
Can we pull it up, Nick?
And I have it for you. I have it for you right here.
I that moment when you realize sometimes like, oh wait a minute,
you know,
I done did it now.
And there was oh, there we go. You got it.
Give me full screen.
It's gone mad.
And it was too late.
Should be in your headphones.
Yeah, we go into that game 3 points behind them. Tottenham's form has been shaky.
Terrible.
You get me? Since she opened up her mouth, blood. Shit's gone left, blood. You understand? I think she needs to put something in her mouth. You get me? I'm not from me though. You understand? I'm married. But someone's gonna put something in there.
Rotted.
Bow.
Hey, I'm a single actually.
You know what I'm shooting from? You know what I'm shooting from?
Like, literally,
I'm shooting from New York. Blood.
Yeah,
boom. You see it travel over that land.
Goddamn cruise missile.
Letting off bombs over, yes, our blood. But before we move on from them Nando-looking motherfuckers.
That is when you physically are like, oh shit. I did that recently. I went on the Legion of Skanks podcast where these are comedians who really fucking let it fly. And for the first time in my career, because I'm usually the one putting my foot in my mouth, these guys were so crazy. I legit was like, you guys just do your thing.
Yeah, but you're doing it, then it must be wild.
Yeah, exactly, man.
He was in and out like a robbery.
I was like, yep, I don't want it.
So you say this, and then you know the whole show, the backlash starts.
Yeah, and like when I said it, it was just literally a joke. You get me? It's not in like.
No, of course.
I'm not saying like they're trying to say like I'm anti-female and all of this.
Of course.
And like, I'm
That's
like,
how it goes.
bro, I've been with my girl for like 15 years. I grew up with a single mother. I grew up with my mum, my nan, and my mum, and my nan.
Doesn't matter, bro.
But it don't matter.
Nope.
But and even in my tweet, I never said. I could have said like, oh, I grew up with a single mum. I just said like, yo, I want to apologize to her. Like, I'm a banter man. I banter a lot of YouTubers in the football world. I was bantering her. And the thing with me is that if I don't talk about you or banter you, I don't rate you.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about you, I kind of like what you're doing.
Yeah,
Even if you're from the opposition.
For sure.
I kind of fuck with what you're dealing with. You understand?
Like you even said, like she's growing her audience. She's doing her thing. So you wouldn't even give her the time of day if she was a nobody and didn't matter. Yeah.
Or I never like appreciated the content. So like I put out the apology, and then obviously I said like I'm gonna like talk to her behind the scenes as well. I'm not just putting it out there for Twitter. I added her on the timeline as well. It weren't like I want to apologize to Mel. I added her, so she comes up on her. She's retweeted it. Zah hit her up as well. I slid in the DMs.
How did she take it?
She was like, because the thing is that she was kind of like in the football YouTube world, we're kind of like, me and a couple other people, we're kind of like at the forefront of it, who's kind of took it to this level, to where I've been given the opportunity to come over to America and blow it up, that kind of thing. So she kind of used to always look at us as inspiration. And then because she's kind of from my kind of same environment, just like another neighborhood, I get a lot of shit because of the way I talk. You get me? They're like, oh, it's an act, rare, tear, no one talks like that, da. But then she talks the same way, fam. And she's a gal. She's a female. You get me? So obviously when I've been going through my trials and tribulations, getting shit from the media, when I came in December and met you the first time and I had the fucking Simon Jordan bullshit going on, she seen me go through all of that, and then she was kind of defending man and saying, nah, big up them man, innit? Like, yeah, them man, they are Arsenal, but he's from my environment. I rate what he's doing, innit?
Yeah.
So when she's seen that now, she didn't know whether, and it's, I don't like, it was a joke, innit? You could tell I'm joking because I'm laughing.
Yeah.
But because of
there was malicious there.
Yeah,
you weren't like,
but because of the context I used it, like the content that was used, she's taken offense to it, and I totally understand that. You get me? I totally understand that. Like,
and how old is this girl?
She's in her 20s.
Okay.
You get me? She's like mid, like 25, 26. You get me? So she's a big woman. You understand? Doing her thing. You get me? So obviously, like I understand, like she's upset and rare tear, but it was literally just like it was a banter thing. You get me? And we thought nothing of it because we put it out there. We could have chopped it out, but we just thought like it was just bantering, rare tear. But then me and her,
what's rare tear?
Like etc.
Etc. Okay.
So and so.
You get me? So me and her spoken in the DMs as well. I apologized to her. She explained to me that, yo, Troopz, it kind of hurt, man. Well, it hurt her because when she's seeing, like, she's bigging me up and then I'm kind of sending, she's kind of like, whoa, like, understand? That's kind of a cheap shot to say. You get me? So I was explaining to her, like, nah, it's nothing like that. Like, I'm making you know if I talk about you, I rate you. If I don't talk about you, I don't give a fuck what you're dealing with.
I mean,
you could be doing mad numbers. Like, it's not a numbers thing to me. I respect your content.
That's things that, like, I think, like, MJ used to say, like, if I don't fucking trash talk you, I don't give a shit about you. Like, you're
not even in my world. You're not even on my radar.
I could not care less about you.
Yeah.
Because she's a female as well. You get me? So man has to show respect to the gal. So
what's the fan reaction? Are they jumping on you or it's bad?
It's 50-50. Like I've got people where they're like, oh, it's just Troopz. You get me? That's just how he is.
Yeah.
I've got people that think it's funny, but then you've got like the other people that are like, nah, cancel him. How can he say this? He needs to go to court. It's abuse. This, that. Come on. And I'm like, I don't see it as that. The environment I grew up in is very raw. You understand? It's very. You have to be like. You have to have a thick shell to chill with me and my friends. We don't hold back. And that's with the girls as well. Like me and my girl, the way I banter my girl, the way she banters me, I don't think people could look at her. What?
Yeah.
You understand?
That's what's tough. It's like you want to go on the internet, you want to be authentic, you want to be yourself.
And that's the thing. I always try to stay true to myself, and that's how I've got to this stage. So I don't like to try and slide off.
But then what happens is
sometimes
like, not everybody can hang with the way you do things.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes I'm too true.
And that, and that's, in this case, it's like, you said something that, whatever, probably shouldn't have said or it was offensive. But in general, you're going to only get to the top by doing what you do. If you start to fake it, you're never going to be successful. You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
Even so, the shit I ran into with Tiger, it's an entirely different case where it was like, we haven't really talked about it on the show, right?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, okay. So the Tiger situation was a couple days ago, he gets in his car accident. And we, as always, because we're at Barstool, we're like very first on the scene. The first tweet, the first DM, the first news about it. And so the first bit we heard, and I fucking, what hurts in my case? It wasn't a tweet, it was a DM to Trent that said he broke both his legs. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Can you find that? Can you send me that tweet? I don't know.
Yeah.
You have that tweet?
Sure.
Okay. So the first tweet that was out there,
and it was
said,
like a caps locks breaking from a note from a I guess it used to be a reporter or something like that. And but
so
then,
like not a
added
TMZ.
No, it added a bunch of other people, which is like something fake people do. Like,
Right,
when
who
I
I
saw
get
that
attraction.
tweet, that's when I was like fake.
Okay, I see that. So even better for our case. So it said Tiger Woods has been in a car accident and broken both his legs, something to that effect. So the tweet kind of looks suspect. The person who said it wasn't
he was
a
like
major
a former
account.
reporter, I believe, but like the when you add a bunch of other places, you're just
Like
trying to get
TMZ,
noticed.
pick this up. Fox
Right.
News, pick this up. And more importantly, over the last 10, 12 years we've been on the internet, I found a couple more. There's eight examples from It was Jay Cutler, Peyton Manning, Michael Vick, Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, Joe Flacco, Tony Romo, all had the same exact headline. Been in a car accident and broke both their legs. And so we're like, yo, we've seen this before.
I've fallen for this before. I fell for it with two people. I fell for it with Cutler, and I fell for it with Peyton Manning.
Right. And so I'm like, yo, I've seen this. This is a hoax. This is not real.
And it's not even. It's not a thing of like Tiger's faking. It's like the internet's faking.
Well, that was the second thing. So we say it's a hoax. Let the tweet fly right away, and then within minutes, there's the picture of the crash. The sheriff confirms it. But if no one's looking at the timeline and counting like the literal minutes.
No one looks at the details.
It just looks like that. My very first reaction after seeing the car crash, after seeing that it's confirmed. No. This is a hoax. So I get where they're coming from. I also get almost nobody has been on the internet as long as we've been on the internet. Very few people have been doing it for a decade plus where they've seen all of those hoaxes. So they were like, I don't even get the joke. And I'm like, it's not a joke.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't wake up.
I thought this was fake.
I didn't wake up as a 32-year-old and be like, you know what? Today's the day I'm going to start making fun of tragic accidents. Like this
Right.
is like, I feel like that's something you start when you're 18 and you continue it throughout life. I've never
That's
done it
just
before. I'm not gonna be
not
like, all right,
us.
today's the day I'm going to bash a superstar athlete who's been in a terrible accident.
Yeah.
It was just like, I was just like, hey guys, just like the problem with it too was Trent was so worried about it.
Oh,
and Trent
we
was
were
so
having fun with
nervous
Trent.
in the
Yeah.
office that we were like having fun, but also just trying to calm down because we genuinely thought it wasn't real. Like, Trent,
Yeah.
chill. Like, this has
You're
been a
gonna be
thing.
fine. Tiger's
it's not
fine.
a big
Your boy's
deal.
good.
Tiger's. I think I was like, I thought because a video had been on my timeline of Tiger playing with Dwayne Wade, which I guess was the day before. But I was like, dude, he was with Dwayne Wade this morning. Like, he didn't break both his legs. Don't worry about it. And we're
Everything
like,
was
it's
kinda
fake.
pieced
This is a fake
together.
internet story that everything
Yeah.
happens.
And so obviously, that one I guess was pretty bad. I'm so used to this shit. I didn't even
That was one that when I do something, because there are plenty of times I do something I genuinely think is bad. And I'm like, fuck. I get like hot inside.
Get,
and
like,
I,
my face kinda goes numb.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
get like
oh,
a flash.
fuck.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, hot. This sucks. Like, this is. I really fucked up. I stepped in it this time.
Yes.
I never felt that yesterday. I was
No,
like, I didn't do
because-
anything wrong. I thought a internet hoax that of yesteryear had come back, and I was wrong.
And for the first
I was
time
like,
ever, it happened to be
it was
correct.
actually
It
literally what
to be
happened.
real.
And I was like, all right, like,
But-
heads up. I was wrong. Big deal.
But what tied it to what you were saying is another dude who's kind of been like in our universe, Pete Blackburn, tweeted me like this is a stupid bit, and I was like, I explained it. I was like, it's not a bit. I just thought it was fake. And then he replied and was like, oh, I get it, but like this is a dangerous game, and I don't know why you do it to yourself. And kind of like what you were saying about like you're authentic, you be yourself. It's like, why do I do this? Because it's fucking worked for the most part. Like I fire from the hip. We give our takes. We react immediately. People are like, why don't you wait and get all the facts and do and do. It's like, yes, is that the proper way to handle this and the respectful and the careful way to do it? Yeah, but I didn't build all this by being careful. I built all this by just, I think, I react. I thought I was actually using like my knowledge from the internet. This is just how I operate.
I was just like, I'm right, you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
I was very sure. I was just like, I'm
and
right.
that,
on this.
and we ended up looking very stupid in that case. But being like, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm quick with it. I'm first on
Where
the
did you
scene.
tweet it? Off KFC Radio or your personal?
My personal.
Oh,
yeah. So there's a lot of people. A lot of people, and I already have a reputation. And people.
Half a million?
Yeah, so it's like 400 some thousand. So there was a lot. But I will say, I have reached the point I realized yesterday. Yesterday I was proud of myself yesterday because I am truly unfazed by this shit now. I got a text from Kirk Minahan. I got a text from my ex-wife. I got a phone call from my best friend later that night. I had people kept texting me being like, I just want to let you know, like, I love you. And I was like, every single one of them, I was like, thank you. but what's going on? Like, is everything okay? Like, Caitlin had texted me, you okay? And I wrote back, like, yes, are you? And then she was doing some work and didn't text back for a little while. And I was like, is everything okay? What's going on? And all of them were like, yeah, no, I saw the thing on Twitter with Tiger. And I was like, oh, jeez, fuck. I thought this was something real. I don't give a shit about that. So I realized I reached the point where I'm actually, like, as long as, again, I didn't do anything actually stupid. In this case, I felt like it was pretty, not justified, but understandable if I explain myself. I was just like, oh.
And also, like, when you're wrong,
I don't care anymore.
As soon as I was like, look, I was wrong, hand up.
That's the difference.
I think that's pretty easy. And like, if you still want to be mad, you can still be mad.
Well,
like,
you know what? I
was
realized
wrong. Hand up.
It doesn't do anything.
No.
Like
Nah, is that there's this woman? There's this one woman. She's still going on at Zah.
It's never, and that woman, whoever she is, she'll never stop. You could
Can't do
you
right.
could, you know, donate to charity and help wash her fucking feet for her, do whatever it takes, and she will always hate you. I mean, so what do you think about the delete? Did you delete your tweets?
It wasn't a tweet. It was the video. Yeah, it was the video.
So, you know, Dave was like, you should delete those tweets. And I believe in leaving them up, not out of like, fuck you, I don't delete tweets.
You want to own it.
Yeah, it's like, if I fucked up and this looks stupid and you want to be able to quote tweet it and retweet it and be like, ha, look at this idiot, then that's the price that I have to pay. He was like, no, I think you should delete it because people are going to use it against you. I was like, yeah, I think people should be able to use it against me, but I don't know.
But people using it against you, I'm okay. I'm pro leaving them up in a way where it can't be misconstrued.
Yeah.
Where like I wasn't making a joke.
Yeah.
Like, so like if you're gonna be like, look who's joking, I wasn't making a joke.
Yeah.
I was calming everyone down. I was like, I'm pretty sure this. I'm not pretty sure. I said definitive. I was like, this is definitely fake. Yeah. Everyone relax. Don't worry about it. Tiger's fine. He's on the course right now. And that's not what I said. That's what I meant in the tweet. And if like people wanted to be like, oh, he's making fun of Tiger's injury, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna delete it. I wasn't making fun of Tiger's injury. And if you want to try,
but if you're gonna
try
make it look like that,
make me say saying something different,
and I was
it's
like,
very clear what I was saying. I'll leave it up. If it's up for interpretation and you can fucking fuck with it and be like, oh, like look who's. If you can quote tweet it last night at midnight after he got out of surgery and be like, look what this guy said.
No one looks at the details. No one's looking at the time.
I'm like, oh, fuck that. That's not worth it.
But yeah, I mean, I get that. So I deleted it, but I was like, like this goes against like my. But then I was like, who cares? I have this code that I live by on Twitter and shit. But then I realized like it's just in this Twitter bubble. Yeah. You know, it's just on the blogs. It's like it's not a big deal. And like it sounds like he's gonna be all right. You know, broken leg, bad situation. We'll find out like why he crashed and all that. There's probably more details to come. And it's like in that moment, people were acting like he was dead. Like you would have thought it was like the Kobe helicopter
they made
crash,
the mistake.
and I was like, this is fake.
They said fucking Jaws of Life, which didn't happen. They did not use Jaws of Life. And Jaws of Life just need to be renamed, first of all.
Yeah,
Jaws of Life
dramatic.
Is just, it's way too dramatic. Be like, we used the tool to open the door.
Should be called the door opener.
We couldn't open the door with our hands, so we used the tool. Not the fucking Jaws of Life.
It's like a glorified crowbar.
Yeah, it's a mechanical crowbar. It's a crowbar with a little oomph to it.
Right.
And it's just be like, yeah, we just used the tool to open the door. That sounds less scary.
Yes.
And then we've talked about like critical condition. Doesn't mean critical condition. It means like you're in the ICU.
Yes.
It doesn't
but you could
mean
be totally
like,
stable. Like,
right. It doesn't mean they're using the fucking paddles on you and shit.
Yes.
Like, yeah, he's in the ICU right now.
It got very dramatic, really quick, and there is
people were literally talking about him dying.
Yeah.
Like, literally talking about.
Yeah, I mean, immediately people were saying,
he broke his leg.
if he dies, yes. I was like, if he dies, is this a bigger situation than Kobe? It was like, the man broke his leg. Like, until there's
the dramatic breaking of a leg.
Death.
With a broken leg. Tom Segura had worse injuries playing basketball.
Tom Segura had worse injuries. Like by himself on a fucking basketball court, man. But Tiger does have this level of like, apparently, where you can't fuck with him and talk. Which is funny, by the way, because he's had enough, you know. Yeah, he's had enough low moments where it's like I think he should be like fair game for almost any kind of.
I think it's just people on the internet are dramatic. Because like if it was just like Tiger broke his leg, you could make jokes about it. But for some reason they thought he was dying.
I do think.
All right, you're already laughing at one of the best clips of our shows. Now it's time for you to watch the full episode. So click here, subscribe to the full KFC Radio show. You can watch entire episodes right here. You want more clips? Click here. Subscribe to both of them.
Hit the button too. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell and the button, and then the comment below.
Leave comments. Who else you think we should interview?
And how I'm funnier than John.
Maybe.